Welcome to the Oxen Group Nightly. My name is David Ristow. I'm the CEO, President, and Founder of the Oxen Group. Please check us out at www.theoxengroup.com. In tonight's Oxen Group Nightly, we will be doing our market wrap-up for Tuesday, May 17th. We'll also be looking at some of our new positions in Rene Sola and Chesapeake Energy, as well as other current positions and exits, an update on Giorgio's Corner, our extended value portfolio, and also we'll be talking about our forecast for tomorrow. And as always, please check out our disclaimer at the end of the video. Okay, the market continued down for the fourth day today. There was a combination of weak news coming out of HP that continued to weigh on the NASDAQ, as it's definitely the leader in this pullback. We also had a rising dollar today. Commodity prices dropped further, hurting all your commodity stocks and energy companies. The Greek debt crisis appears that the EU is looking at some type of restructuring initiative, maybe some type of bailout. Will definitely hurt the euro, and so on that news, the dollar was rising, and that strength was giving weighing on the commodity prices throughout the day. And we also had weak data out this morning from the housing market as well, coming out much weaker than expected. Housing starts were only at 523,000 for the whole year, and that missed estimates that were at 560,000. And building permits, after they had a solid month last month, came in at 551K, which missed the estimates of 590K. And housing starts, it's just getting worse and worse. There's really been no pickup since basically there's been no pickup at all, and there was a little bit of some hope here in March and February that maybe the housing crisis was getting a little bit of some support, but we've seen that it was pretty much short term, and there really just doesn't seem to be much of any desire to start houses, to buy houses. And a lot of the experts out there are saying, this society is becoming more of a rental economy, and that we may not ever see any kind of real sustained growth in housing starts to the sort of levels they were at before the financial crisis. This sort of financial crisis may have changed the entire makeup of how Americans want to where they want. So the market fell for the fourth straight day today. We got this huge drop off intraday. This came out, we started off pretty flatlined, a little bit up. Looked like we might start to get some movement to the upside. That's when some of that news came out from Europe, and the European markets closed, and the dollar just started to take off, and it really started to weigh on everything, bringing it down. We dropped below 12,400. I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't think we would get below 12,500. I've been telling my clients that. So this drop was a little bit greater than I expected, and we did rally here into the close. It was a good bullish rally for about 60 points from the midpoint of the day, but it definitely is concerning that we drop below a key support line at 12,500. We see the next support line at 12,250. If we can pop back above 12,500, this may have just been a short-term blip, but there really is no catalyst that seems to be out there to charge the market forward, and we'll be waiting to see that. There could be a possibility for something. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But today, we continue to position ourselves into a couple short sells. We shorted Rene Sola at the beginning of the day. We got in at 784. We sold this stock for 1, a 2, and a 3% gain throughout the day, to average out overall for a 2% gain. We also short sold Chesapeake Energy today. We got in about at 29.08. We finished completely flat basically on the day. You can see that the stock broke this key price channel here on the downside. It was a downward moving price channel. Anytime you break a downward moving price channel to the downside, that tends to mean you're going to be basically in free fall until you get to another support level. And I don't see any support really until we get down below 28. So I would expect this stock to continue down. Natural gas prices continue to fall today. And until we start getting some weakness in the dollar and some strength in commodities, I don't think Chesapeake Energy has much hope of much of a rebound. You may see a slight rebound day just from the sense of some people positioning themselves long term on these kind of cheaper valuations. But again, if you look at the price of the stock, it's really nowhere. There's got a lot of movement still that it could come back to even come down to where it was in 2010. In addition to those positions, we also were able to pull away a 5% gain on our SCO ETF. SCO is a ProShares Ultra Short Dow Jones UBS Oil ETF. So basically, works just in an inverse relation to oil prices, and so as oil prices continue down, this ETF continues up, and we were able to get in yesterday and pull away a couple gains on this, a 1, a 3, and a 5% gain overall, and it to average out for 3%. We're watching a lot of buys right now. We have a couple things on our watch list. We've got AutoZone, AZO, Buckle, BKE, and GameStop, GME. Pretty much all in the retail sort of section. Different, obviously different groups of retail with auto, your standard retail with Buckle with teen retail, and then GameStop with tech retail. But Buckle and GameStop and AutoZone all have earnings coming out pretty soon, and they've all been very consistent, beating earnings. A lot of movement to the upside post earnings the last few quarters. These stocks are all pretty undervalued and have all shown some pretty good strength, especially on Buckle and GameStop during the pullback. AutoZone has had a pretty nice pullback, but it's been on very light volume, so we're looking at all three of those as some potential buys if we can get a rebound day. We have no current positions in Giorgio's corner as he's still traveling. And this week, by the end of the week on Friday, we're going to be launching our Chinese Internet Equity Analytics Report. This will give you coverage of 12 companies, including Baidu, Chengyu, Sina, Sohu, Perfect World, and many more. And you'll get price targets on each company. We'll have buy-sell targets, and then comparative scores for each company within its own industry, for value, growth, profitability, management, and financial health. These are great reports to help you sort of understand these companies better, know which ones are the best opportunities within the industry, which ones are the leaders, and which ones you should be investing in over the long term. For tomorrow, we did see that market rally somewhat into the close, and it could be the start of a bull cycle, but we still, need to find what is that catalyst that's going to really push us over the edge here. I don't see anything that's come out yet, and I don't see anything in the data tomorrow. Crude inventories and FOMC minutes. It is a Fed Wednesday, but again, the real talk on the Fed is right now is that it's pretty much they're pulling the plug on QE2, and that's going to continue to weigh on the markets. And so unless they say something different, maybe about a QE2.5 or a QE3 that's been speculated, that's going to continue to weigh on the markets. We could get a little bit of a bounce. We got earnings tonight with Dell. Tomorrow morning we got Abercrombie & Fitch, we have Deere, we have Target. I know also Staples, SodaStream is out there. So a couple big names in retail could help push up that sector, which could help some other consumer related stocks. That's going to do it for today, though. Visit us at www.theoxengroup.com. Email us at contact@theoxengroup.com. Call us, and please become a part of our 70% plus accuracy.